Hey guys, welcome to another video and thanks for clicking on this one. In this video, let's cover some of the data that came out today. Today is Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. Now, one of the things that I covered on Sunday was to remember that some of this data that will come out this week will set a tone for the Feds, especially as they look for more data to justify cutting rates in the coming months, especially in the month of September. Now, one of the things that we have been saying is they've been waiting for more data because they can make a decision based on what they've been seeing, considering that tariff has been making it difficult for them to justify cutting rates in anticipation that inflation will start to rise again. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for clicking on this video. Know that here we talk about things that will make you money, and if you stick to the rules of the game, you are likely going to make money. So let's talk about the first thing. The first thing I want to remind you is last week, remember that the unemployment data came out, and at the recording of this video, the unemployment rate is around 4.2%. One of the issues that the president had with the data was the fact that they went back to revise the May and June reports, and they were significantly off by a lot. And honestly, after reading the report myself, I was like, come on, how are you guys getting this data? Now, according to the experts out there, they get this data by surveys, which can sometimes be very slow and inaccurate. So sometimes they have to wait for them to get out this data and make corrections. But with all of that said, today we had the trade deficit numbers come out. Now, we know that one of the things, or at least the primary goals of the president, is to reduce the US trade deficit. As we know, well, the trade deficit has been quite high for some time, and the president believes that there's been unfair practices and trade rules, and is trying to change it. Now, in as much as I agree with the goal, I do not agree with maybe the way he's going about it, because of course it's causing a lot of panic, and back to the Fed's decision, it's making it hard for them to decide on how the economy is progressing. The US trade deficit hits a nearly 2-year low in June. China gap plunges. Now, like I mentioned, the goals of the president are to increase American manufacturing and exports, to encourage domestic production, and to bring back manufacturing jobs to the US. The US trade deficit narrowed in June on a sharp drop in consumer goods imports, and the trade gap with China shrank to its lowest in more than 21 years. Now, this is something that you may ask yourself, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? Well, it depends on who you ask, and it depends on which side of this political party you are on. Because at the end of the day, in as much as the previous administration did try to correct these issues, they couldn't really get a hold on it, because they were trying to incentivize manufacturers and companies to produce here by giving them incentives and cuts and all this stuff. But all of that didn't really correct the problem, and in fact it made it worse. Now the president has made all these tariffs to hopefully cut those things back, and of course took back some of the incentives that was given to companies to correct this problem, right? This trade deficit issue. Now, is it being corrected, or are we just masking the problem? Because in as much as we saw a huge jump come April, because most of the companies were trying to front load the goods and products they're bringing in from foreign countries, that has now significantly dropped, and you can see on the chart here, it is significantly down. Now, this could mean two things. It could mean that, well, we are actually going to start seeing manufacturing increase in the United States over time. It could also mean that there's now less demand for consumers, which is not a good thing, because maybe consumers are not really spending and are not willing to spend on those kind of products. Which leads to my next point, as we know that these consumers are the ones to pay for the cost of these tariffs. So this is a two-edged sword, and we don't know how it's all going to play out. But one thing that you need to understand is that the goal isn't to really predict exactly what will happen, because the economy is a very complex machine, and goal should be to position ourselves for success, because you have to know where the trends lie, what companies are now doing well, what companies are positioned to do well based on the policies. That is really the goal if you want to invest. The overall trade gap narrowed 16% in June to $60.2 billion. If we could go back to the actual trade numbers, one of the important areas was with China. It says the deficit with China decreased 4.6 billion to 9.4 billion in June. Exports increased 3.1 billion to 10.1 billion, and imports decreased 1.4 billion to 19.4 billion. The numbers are down. That is the ultimate thing, right? That's what the president wants. He wants imports to reduce, increase manufacturing, which would then hopefully increase export. All right, so that means if we can flip this trade deficit around, instead of us being the one importing everything and they are manufacturing everything, we are the one manufacturing everything and exporting to them. And of course that makes the United States richer, and that's why is somewhat disincentivizing, if that's the right word, the companies from importing, so that they can actually move manufacturing to the US. Now, like I said, it is a good and audacious goal. However, maybe it's done too drastically, and we'll see how it all plays out. We have to remember that come August 7th, there was an extension from 1st of August to 7th by the president, because most of the tariffs were supposed to be in effect on the 1st, but some countries have gotten some extensions, and come August 7th, some of the tariffs rates will range between 10% to 41% on imports to the US, and this is set to kick in on August 7th. The budget lab at Yale now estimates the average overall US tariff rate has shot up to 18.3%, the highest since 1934. Another thing to remember is that on August 7th, we still have another important information that will come out. And this is an information that I believe that can definitely move the market. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because it would provide more data to the Feds in making a decision come September, hopefully. And of course, it tells us what is happening in the economy. Remember, back when I first started this video, I mentioned the jobless and unemployment rate that was released. Come this Thursday, August 7th, the initial jobless claims report will be released, which shows the number of people that are filing for unemployment for the first time. This is a weekly report, and this report will tell us how the economy is performing. As we know, if unemployment keeps going up, well, the Feds will have to step in by hopefully reducing rates, which would help to make the employers, right, keep more of their employees and hopefully hire more people and things like that. Now, if this number comes in low, all right, fewer people are losing jobs, which means it's a strong market. On the other hand, if this number comes in high, all right, high claims, more people are getting laid off, which shows that there is a weakening in the job market. Now, in as much as it's a bad thing, it's actually might be a good thing to see that number now, because that means the Feds are likely to cut rates. So this is one of those news that, even though it's a negative one, might be a positive catalyst for the Feds to act, which could in turn make the market go up. It all depends. Remember, the market is on a hedge right now, because there are tons of tariffs being imposed, and also we are working to lower interest rates, and the economy seems to be slowing down based on the recent data. So we'll see how all of this plays out. If this is something you're interested in and you would like to see my face and video in the future, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell, and I would love to see you in the next one.